Now, of course, one of the biggest points of discussion going around for almost 2 years now, since that Disney Investor Day call where they dropped all those announcements and everything, and Kevin Feige came out and said, we're doing Fantastic Four, has been, who's going to be in the Fantastic Four? We thought we knew who was going to direct it, which was John Watts, director of Spider-Man, Homecoming, Far From Home, and No Way Home. Turns out he's not doing that, but he's doing a very interesting looking Star Wars show, which we'll talk about another time. But John Watts is no longer attached to it. He's gone. So they've got a new director. We just don't know who that is at this point. But the question is, who's going to play it? Will it be John Krasinski? Will it not be John Krasinski? Will it be, there's been a lot of BS rumors going around about who will and will not be. Now, there is a report that has now come out that is claiming that Kevin Feige will announce the Fantastic Four cast at the upcoming D23. Now, let me say this about this report. To me, now I believe this comes from the Diz Insider, which is not super reliable. Like, it's not like
Diz.
They're not. We got this covered. They're not that. They have said some things before in the past that actually do work out to be true. But they're not the most reliable. Just saying that. This to me feels a little bit like spaghetti on the wall. It's like one of those things where somebody's so desperate for a scoop. If there's a He-Man movie coming out, they'll go, we can confirm through our sources that Skeletor will be in the new He-Man movie. Well, like, of course Skeletor is going to be in the new He-Man movie. You just said that to make it look like you knew what you're talking about. Listen, we've said for a while in this show that we believe two things are going to happen. And we have no factual information to back this up. We're just telling you what we think is going to happen. We think at Comic-Con, we think what Marvel will do is showcase a lot of the stuff we know is coming. A possible Black Panther trailer. Some footage from the Marvels, highlight things from things we already know are coming. And then that Marvel will probably save the big boom announcements for their own event at D23. Whether or not that's the way it works out, we will have to wait and find out, and we'll see. But to me, if that is the case, one of the clear and obvious things that Marvel can do at D23, and what is the perfect venue to do such a thing, is to announce the cast of Fantastic Four. That's it. I mean, you probably announce the new director, because I believe they already have the new director set. So you announce the new director, and you announce the cast, at least a couple of the cast. Now, can I tell you that my inside sources at Disney are telling me that's what's happening? No, can't tell you that. I don't know that. But it does seem like it makes sense for that to happen. So I'm saying I don't necessarily believe this report, but I do believe despite that, what is in the report may very well end up being true. So I'm going to go out on a limb and say I do believe that, number one, we're going to get the director announced, and it's not going to be Steven Spielberg. There was a report going around for a while that was going to be Steven Spielberg. And while, oh my God, that is a jizz-tastic rumor. I mean, I would lose my mind if Steven Spielberg, I think I broke Chris, Steven Spielberg were to come out on stage and say, I'm directing Fantastic Four. That's like Kevin Feige giving the double F's to everybody. How do you like that, huh? Spielberg is doing one of my movies. I do not believe it's going to be Spielberg, but
be cool.
Holy crap. If it was Spielberg.
Fantastic.
Oh, it would be jizz-tastic. I'm telling you. It would
so much merch is made on this show.
I know. Where's the t-shirt? Where is the t-shirt? So it would be amazing. It would absolutely, but I do not believe it's going to be Spielberg. I don't actually have any inside track on who it's going to end up being, other than I still believe there's a very real chance it's going to be Krasinski. Again, no inside information. I just very much believe there's still a solid chance. And Rob, we talked about this the last couple of weeks. The very fact that they have not been highlighting the Reed Richards Illuminati appearance like they have been for all the other Illuminati characters of pop. In all of Disney's promotional stuff, they have been highlighting Rambeau's Captain Marvel. They've been highlighting Captain Carter. They've been highlighting Black Bolt. They have not showcased, shown, or talked about John Krasinski's Reed Richards. And you would be forgiven if you were to think, are they setting this all up for a big announcement and that it could end up being Krasinski? Again, I have no insider information to that. That is simply me saying I think there's a decent chance. I don't think a 90% chance. I would say probably 50-50. And there's been some other casting rumors going around as well. There's a lot of people that could play this. Anyway, Rob, we're getting close now. Obviously, this week, Comic-Con starts.
Yep.
And who knows, maybe there's a possibility. I don't think they will announce Fantastic Four, who's going to be in it at Comic-Con. I think that's it. But they could. At any rate, do you think either in Comic-Con or D23, by the end of D23, let me phrase it this way. By the end of D23, what do you believe the chances are that we, number one, hear who the actual director is going to be for Fantastic Four, and number two, who is going to be playing the cast? What do you think?
I think we're going to get both. I honestly think that they need to make a splash. You know, Marvel likes to do that. They haven't made a splash in a while. They read the fan tea leaves. They know that Phase 4 has been sort of hit and miss.
Making a splash is something jizz-tastic. Love it. Keep going. That was terrible. That was awful. I instantly regretted saying it the moment it came out of my mouth. I'm sorry.
He's so disappointed.
Hugh Jackman watching the John Campea Show.
What was I saying? Well, no. I'm
So they need to make a splash.
so derailed. They need to make a big splash in the deep end. But I do think that they're going to announce, because I think that the Fantastic Four movie, in my mind, I think in a lot of other people's minds, is the end of Phase 4. Marvel's Fantastic Phase 4, and that will be the end, and they're going to announce that, and they're going to announce a release date, and I'm sure they're a lot further along in the development of this movie than we even know. They'll probably announce that it's going to start shooting in October. I mean, who knows? But I do think that we're going to absolutely get that, and I also believe that we might get it at Comic-Con.
I mean,
We might get it at Comic-Con because D23 is great, but it is Comic-Con, and it is the Fantastic Four. And Marvel, I mean, I was in Hall H when Tom Hiddleston came out as Loki.
One of the greatest Comic-Con moments ever.
And I was when they announced Age of Ultron, dude, I was like screaming. That entire day in Hall H, Marvel owned. And that's what they want. They want 7,000 screaming fans D23 is awesome, but they're not going to get the kind of response to Fantastic Four that they would get at Comic-Con.
I disagree. I disagree, and I don't know that I would have if I were not at the last D23, because I was at the last D23.
Admittedly, I've never been to one, so
I was at the last D23, and like when Ewan McGregor came on stage and they did that best. Kathleen, ask me if I'm going to be Obi-Wan again. Oh, Ewan, are you going to be Obi-Wan again? Yes. The explosion. And it was their own event. That's the thing. It was Disney's event that they want to have all the attention on. But to your point, the last real Comic-Con they had, they brought out a little two-time Academy Award winner, Mahershala Ali, out on stage as Kevin Feige did his best Steve Jobs and said, oh, there's one more thing. And brought him to announce him as Blade, right? So to your point, they also did that. Hey guys, we want to take a second and thank the sponsor of this video, BetterHelp. You know, in the age of social media, you might think that everybody's life except yours is perfect because everybody always posts the best memories, the most glamorous shots. But you and I both know that's not how life is. We get pitched some serious curveballs, and sometimes it seems like a lot of them. And you know, we always encourage each other to get out there and to get into better physical health, going to the gym and eating right. But it's about time we started paying more attention to our mental health as well. And that's where our friends at BetterHelp come in. Because see, BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It is professional therapy done securely online, available to people worldwide. You can log onto your account anytime and send private messages to your therapist, or you can schedule weekly or phone-only sessions if you're one of those people that's not really comfortable being on camera. And getting therapy every week is as easy as just a few clicks on your laptop or phone. It is time to invest in your own mental health, and BetterHelp is a great way to invest in yourself. And right now, they have a special offer for all of the John Campea Show listeners to get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/Campea. That's 10% off your first month of online therapy at betterhelp.com/Campea.
Yeah, and I just think, look, Comic-Con's a place to announce. It's not that D23 isn't, but D23 is full of all kinds of Disney announcements. Mm-hmm. You know, they're Disney princesses, Star Wars. But this, in particular, this one announcement is so important to the whole history of comic books. I think that would be the place to do it. They got plenty. They're going to release at D23. They're going to announce their next 3 or 4 years of whatever the hell they're going to do. But this is the end of Phase 4. It's the beginning of it. It's not. They've already announced the movie's coming out. It's not like it's a new announcement. We're going to make this.
Right.
You know, like if they made an Avengers announcement at D23, that would make sense to me. Where's the Avengers movie? Here it comes. But this belongs to Comic-Con, and I think they're going to announce it at Comic-Con.
All right, so Chris, Rob and I both kind of feel like they will announce by the end of D23.
Yeah.
So we've gone through Comic-Con, we've gone through, by the end of D23, we're going to have director and cast announced. I kind of feel like at Comic-Con, they're just going to showcase stuff that we already know is coming. Like, because listen, they drop a Black Panther trailer, that's going to blow up Hall H. They do all that kind of stuff. But I believe they're going to save any big announcements for D23. Either way, we both think it's going to come out.
Yeah.
Do you think that by the end of D23, we have these announcements? And if so, where do you think it's more likely they get dropped, at Comic-Con or at D23?
Ooh, so this is tricky because this is our first big Comic-Con back.
It
right?
is.
Where
It's the first real legit
full-fledged.
Comic-Con back, yeah.
And it's international Comic-Con, right? And no, not to throw any shade on D23, but Comic-Con is an institution, right? This is a spiritual experience for some people. So I think a lot of these big announcements are going to be made at Comic-Con. I think that's where we're going to see more trailer drops and things. I think by D23, we for sure will have the cast, though, of Fantastic Four. I would like to think they'd get paraded out on stage at Comic-Con because seeing that in Hall H, even when you're just streaming it, is just so cool when the cast gets announced and everyone in the hall is freaking out and everything. So I think they're going to drop more stuff at
Comic-Con.
Comic-Con. I really, really do. I want to go to D23 more than I want to go to Comic-Con, but I think that's where everything's going to happen. And I really hope too that we get, I personally would like John as, Reed Richards. I thought he did such a great job and I think it's so good. I know people are talking about Penn Badgley doing it, the guy from You.
I read that this weekend.
Which I think he'd be fine too, but
I think he'd be great. Who's the kid in Top Gun Maverick?
Glenn?
Who plays Hangman? Glenn Powell.
Yeah,
Right.
Glenn Powell.
So I've been seeing some people say the dude from You. I've been seeing some people say Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
Both of those. This is, again, ex-actor and ex-role. Many people who play the role great.
I want Joe Keery to play the Human Torch.
See, Glenn Powell would be a great Human Torch to me.
Yeah.
He's more Johnny Storm than Reed
Exactly.
Richards.
He would be a good Human Torch, as a matter of fact. I mean, and then there have been a lot of BS rumors about the Thing and all that kind of stuff going on.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're going to get it, and there's a good image of Glenn Powell. I mean, yeah, maybe he's a good successor to Chris Evans's Human Torch.
Ooh, what if its director finally gets nailed down at Comic-Con?
See, that's another thing, right? It could be that at Comic-Con, say they march out the director. Ladies and gentlemen, Quentin Tarantino.
Boom.
Then Tarantino comes out and
It's going to be so many shots of Sue Storm's feet. But will you know? It's going to be magical. Just facing in and out.
shots of Sue Storm's feet. And five
She's
shots.
invisible.
5 shots of somebody from inside the trunk.
Exactly.
That's always Quentin Tarantino's shoe Sue Storm's feet. Margot Robbie is going to be Sue Storm.
You heard it here first.
But no, actually, that's a really great idea that maybe they'll break that up. Maybe at one, or maybe at one they'll announce, ladies and gentlemen, our Human Torch, Glenn Powell.
Yeah.
But then save the rest of the cast. I mean, you know what? You're right. I've been kind of assuming you announce the whole cast at one or the other, but I don't know. Maybe they break it up. What do you think, Rob?
We should bet. I'm willing to bet.
Hot
that
toy?
at Comic-Con that they go all in with their Fantastic Four announcements. We get director and cast.
Wow.
Wow.
I take that bet.
Yeah. How about we do
That's
this?
interesting.
All right.
We bet for if I win, you buy Ray the hot toy of his choice. And if you win,
You buy
I have
Ray.
to buy Ray the hot toy of his choice.
I like that. At a 1/6
Whoa.
scale.
Yes.
You guys are
not,
so sweet.
not a
That's
1/4 scale. Not some. It's got to be something that we can pick up at Frank and Sons. Something like that. I
Wow.
like
I mean,
that.
because like
whoever
Jonathan
loses,
wouldn't ever want
Ray wins.
anything like a hot
Well,
toy.
and then we
Just
call
Ray
it a
would
draw.
want a hot toy,
we
not
call it a
Jonathan.
draw. If they just announce
Yes.
the director or just
Yeah,
announce whatever,
yes.
then we'll call it a tie.
I'm saying my thing is that I'm saying they're going to announce director and cast.
And cast.
Yeah.
I'm saying they won't.
Right.
So if they announce some of it, we'll call it a draw.
Yep.
And Ray
Yep.
buys us hot toys. I like
no,
that.
Ray.
I like
okay.
that.
See, but you could get a hot toy, Ray.
Don't worry.
And the great thing about it is the one you want probably won't come out until December of 2023, so I can actually save up money.
I
to buy
still
it
love
for
the
you.
idea, though, of Quentin Tarantino and all the shots of Sue Storm's
Her little tootsies, and then, they're gone.
Somebody's got it. So I want the poster. Someone need that. Make some fan art.
I love it. All right, guys. Question is for you. What do you think about this? There is a report going around that I think is just spaghetti against the wall saying they're going to announce the cast. Well, we've all think that there's a good chance of that, but do you think it will happen? Do you think that once we get through Comic-Con and we get through D23 that we will officially know the director and cast of Fantastic Four? If so, at which one do you think they're going to make the announcements? One, the other? Maybe split them up amongst both of them? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.